All right, shalom, shalom. Real quick, let me start off by giving all praises and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered across the four corners of the planet Earth, teaching and pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, all right? Diligently doing so, all right? Um, you know, doing this work in this day and age, all right? The times that we are in, they've already there's word that they may do away with TikTok, all right? They're they've YouTube has already censored YouTube, all right? You know, uh, Google, it lets you know, the AI lets you know, all right, that, you know, even information that, you want to get on there is also questionable and censored for the most part. Once they decide that, they're going to change it, they can change it, all right, to make it fit whatever narrative they're spreading, all right. This is just clearing the air, okay. And I should have did that too, but I want to do this video. Clearing the air video. You know, um, Here in Chicago, all right. Uh, the number of smeasles, okay. The number of smeasles, all right, cases have increased. They're in the double digits now, all right. Now remember, here in Chicago, I think a lot of things are going to happen here in Illinois. All right. There was a brother in the GMS Chicago camp, uh, brother named Ayash, and he said that he always felt that Chicago, would be the start of things, and a lot of people, Chicago or Illinois itself. Now in New York, you have the National Guard that have been dispatched to the transit. Okay, and transit. Let me tell you, transit is part of the government. Transit is not, owned by the city. The police, the cops. That's with the city. All right, the fire department. That's with the city. All right. The transit is a separate government entity, even though it may say New York Transit or San Francisco or Chicago Transit. That is a government entity. All right. So, whatever plan that the government has, all right, and you're an employee of this system, it's going to affect you. Case in point, all right, here in Chicago, I was, once a part of the public transit, uh, and until they came out with the jump off the cliff, all right, and decision. So I didn't jump off the cliff, all right, and so you know being a person who has, never been vaccinated, uh, I had asked for an accommodation because this isn't a government establishment. Okay, so anything that you're paying taxes. Now you're paying taxes. Okay, they want you to pay your taxes. All right, but you know they don't want to honor even honor your rights. Okay, your rights are not even being honored. So at some point in time, things are going to just go straight to hell. All right, with here in Babylon the Great. Okay, the scriptures already we already bring that out in the scriptures. All right, so we know that's coming. All right, we know to be looking out for that. But anytime that you work for any of these government funded uh, places, okay, you are supposed to receive some type of acknowledgement for your health, your religion. All right, your if you choose to identify as a certain thing. All right, but in the case, that wasn't the case with the plan. All right, and so I was fired. Okay, terminated because I didn't go with the plan. But since then, now I have been, went back, okay, and you know, but it's the same thing, okay. I'm back, but guess what? Hey, my demands have not changed, all right. So some people, a lot of people, in this thing, man, it's not about Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. It's about making a buck, okay. So the bucks come first, all right. They put the money first, all right. Uh, you know, hey, we are judges, all right, in this thing, all right. We are judges, all right. As well as prophets, all right, teachers and all of that, all right. So, Esau, all right. There's a saying, all right, which I'm going to do a lesson on this video that I'm doing, all right. Uh, holding court. So, basically right now we're just, holding court, okay? Seeing all of the bullshit that Esau, because Esau's judgment, okay, is going to come. Once the Lord has had enough of this devil's bullshit, he's going, the sentence is going to be laid down, man. Okay? Once the Lord has had enough of this devil's bullshit, those missiles, are going to fly. Okay, and that's going to be it for this place. Okay, and 2/3 of you people. All right. And so here we have what's his name, Jordan McLeod. Okay, Jordan McLeod. All right, and Make Jesus Famous Ministries. All right. And so two things. Starting off with this, Make Jesus Famous Ministries. There is a which I'm going to do a little video on as well, uh, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Lord willing, on Alexander the Great. Alexander the Creep. All right, it's a good Netflix series. Okay, so you have these uh, university scholars who kind of paint a picture of Alexander the Creep's rise to fame. Now, I knew that this guy was a creep, okay, but I didn't know how really creepy, okay, this individual is. All right. And so it's a good series on Netflix, all right? And hey man, it lines right up, okay? It lines right up with what we have in the scriptures, all right? You know, people talking about that Esau came from Japhet, okay? You have, cases of people who want to say that the so-called white man came from Japhet. No, man. Alexander, you have to realize now, and this is for the historian, the scholar aspect of this truth, okay? Now, when, well, and this is what we, through, the apostles on down have been bringing out, okay? Color has no significance with the scriptures. Color has no significance in life, okay? That is something that this devil here in America, okay, that's the confusion that he's put over the world, okay? Today or yesterday was, what do you call it? They're celebrating, what's it called? St. Patrick's Day, okay? And at one point in time, the Irish, okay, who are descendant of the Moors, just look at history knows no color line. All of those names, Mac and Moore, those are a lot, a lot of those are mostly of those people, all right? All of them really are descended from Moors, okay? They have a black or a so-called Israelite, okay, which is a dark-skinned black man, all right? A black man, all right, in their bloodline, all right? Now, he may have popped their grandmother, who may have been, you know, uh, not had melanin, okay? And they produced a child, and the child may have came out and looked like the grandmother. That happens a lot, okay? But regardless, that child is an Israelite. And so that's what happened in Ireland, you know, uh, and at one point in time, here in America, they would say, no niggers, uh, no Irish, okay, and no niggers, okay, no Indians, all right, no dogs, no Mexicans, all right. Salaki, because they knew, all right, they knew this, okay. But you know, as time grew and as things went on, all right, Esau changed it, okay. He changed it because he saw that he wasn't going to be able to out out fuck Jake, all right, out fuck the Israelite man, all right. So the Israelite man was you know was taking these women to Pound Town, all right. And so what Esau came up with, okay, was black and white, all right. He came up with black and white, all right. Uh, and black meant that the so-called Hebrew Israelite, all right, was a monster. Okay, if you were white, you had you had your that was basically your American Express card. All right, you get anything you want, and so they included the Irish in that as well. Okay, because they had to make that lie, you know, work, and so that was the way that they did it. Okay, and so now you got Irish running around because they're getting benefits, credit. Okay, they're able to live a comfortable, soft life. Okay. Um, they ignore. Okay, they're willing to ignore that history. All right, just like others. Just like others, and so I'm saying that to say, you know, Alexander. Okay, uh, even Darius. Okay, when he took Darius's, because this man's a damn devil. The whole time he's a straight up Momo. Okay, he's a super Momo. Okay, and that's just and that shows you, even with the black woman. See, just the so-called nigger woman. I know I'm jumping subjects back and forth, but you know, she'll deal. You see her with Momo men. She's with Momo men all 24. You know, the so-called black woman with a lot of Momo friends around her. Okay, she's the popular. She's the boss. Okay, the bossy. You know, and they keep these Momo men around them because that's the type of man that the so-called black woman is really looking for. She's not looking for your ass. Really. You listen to these line hoes talk about they jump out talk about what they like in them. Them hoes want a Momo, all right? A Momo. That's why the apostles cut all that bullshit out. Listen, nigga, they said cut your hair, get a job, pull your pants up, okay? All that sexual metro shit, cut it out. It's not gonna be tolerated, okay, with Great Millstone. Okay? But see, and that's why those other Israelite groups prosper, because a lot of them guys are in that, they're not manly, man. A nigga got a beard, but most of them niggas, they got to trim their beard up. They're not going to be mad because a woman don't want a man. Not in this society, okay? She didn't grow up with no, Jake just, through the spirit of Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, through the apostles, elders on down, bishops and elders on down, Jake wasn't wearing beards. Okay? So, my father, grandfather, okay, great grandfather, they didn't have beards. I knew them, okay? Great uncles, they wasn't no beard wearing men. If you seen a Jake with a beard, okay, something was up with that guy, man. You didn't even fuck with him because he was a man. You would be scared of him than any goddamn body. Oh, this nigga got a beard, okay? Some rough about it, Woman don't want that, man. A woman don't want that. Here it is. You see Wilt Chamberlain and they got him with the Just for Men. They had to get him for Just for Men because he popped a lot of women. Okay? He had a gold tee. I know he had a beard in Conan, All right. But I don't know if he always wore a beard. I don't even remember seeing Jake on TV with beards. Okay. All right. Jake didn't wear beards. Okay. Jake was smooth, was a smooth face individual. All right. Esau wore beards. Okay. Or those who, maybe, maybe they're Jake. But a lot of them, Edomites, they were able to, they wore beards, man. Okay. I remember seeing Edomites with beards all the time. Okay. And sometimes it's to present themselves as more, remember the group ZZ Top, they had beards all the way down, man. You know? And now Jake is wearing beard. But see, Jake don't wear a rough beard. Okay? See, he's still in homosexual mode, man. Ooh, said it. He's still in Momo, I meant to say metrosexual mode, all right? See, Alexander, okay, he had a straight man lover, okay? You could call it a man, once he does that, then it's just confusion. He had the same sex lover. But guess what? He was popping other women. He was popping women. He impregnated Darius' wife. So, when you go into the Apocrypha and when you're going into the history, all right, the abomination, of desolation and, all of that history, man. Hey, you see right where, this wickedness comes from, man. And to say that Esau came out of Japhet, man, that's not there, man. Okay, now these Edomites, they conquered people, man. You got people who think that they may be Persians. Okay? And they're actually Edomites, people who may think that they're Arabs. Okay, you have a whole cartel of oil barons, all right, in the East. And guess what? A lot of them are Edomites. So just like Jacob, is spread it across the world, Esau, he spread it as well. He spread it as well, man. These, those Edomites, man, they were conquering and taking women. Okay? So that's why when the Lord come, he's going to separate the wheat from the tares, man. So in this truth, in this real ministry, okay? In this real ministry, you see people like Make Jesus Famous Ministry. See, people who use the word Jesus, all right, comes from what was in the Greek, iusis, okay? Now, hit me, okay, when, because I always, which it has no, the word Jesus has no meaning, okay? Some people say it means earth pig, okay? When you look at this movie, this documentary of Alexander, you see, guess what? Hey, you have a city named Iusis. Okay, Alexander was dipped. Okay, into pagan. What would it call? What would you call that? Paganist. But well, he was a pagan, man. Okay, he was a pagan, and what he was doing, he was conquering, and like a parasite, he would conquer and assume all of these cultures. Okay, so he was in Egypt. Okay, the Egyptians just let him in, man. Okay, I mean, they were saying that he went through the desert and met another Edomite in the middle of Africa in the desert. You know, all of that is made up. Okay, but see, when these people, I'm saying that to say, you got these people like Make Jesus Famous Ministry. That word Jesus, man, you're calling on, on. That's not the Lord's name. And you got Hebrew Israelites who are doing the same thing. They're calling on pagan deities, names of ancient cities, or even Egyptian deities, Isis. Okay? So you got Hebrew Israelites. Okay? This is, you know, this is, and then saying Christ with it. So ISIS, and this is where the word, there's a city, that Alexander, it was like ISIS, okay? And he got some type of victory. I mean, it's clear who these Edomites are, man. Okay? It's clear that Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, put Esau where he is today. And even Esau knows it. Alexander the Creep, he knew it. He knew it. But you know what he did? He accepted his destiny. Okay? So I'm going to end it. Okay, like I said, this was just a in transit. All right. And I'm going to go into a video on this subject at a later date, Lord willing. I'm able to get back to it. So, until then, you could go in and, catch that Netflix and beware of these individuals. Make Jesus Famous. This guy, he has, these guys, they have commercial field video. These are more commercialized ministries. Okay? You got Israelites doing the same damn thing. Commercialized ministries. All right? So with that, I'm going to end it. Till next time, Shalom.